Hi everybody and welcome back to the farm. Today we have a big task ahead of us, and that is pruning these peach trees. We have just last year started a brand new orchard. It's over there, it's near our gardening space, and these trees came with the farm. They've always been kind of big. Over time I have tried to prune them down. Last year I did take down 5 feet off of the top of them, and that wasn't quite enough. I've learned a little bit more, and so today I'm going to implement some of the things that I've been learning from other homesteaders on YouTube. The goal for today is to prune this down in a way that makes sense for harvesting. What we have here is way too much crowding of the branches. Anything that's going straight up is going to be lobbed off. Anything that is broken and fragile, like this right here, this is a dead branch, that's getting removed. Anything that's crossing through the center where I can't reach it, and anything that is above my teeny little hand, that's going to get lobbed off. And it feels like a huge loss of buds, but in the long run it just makes sense for harvesting. So let's get started. You know, I saw this one woman, she pruned off her peach trees, and the living branches, she brought them inside and stuck them in water, and she had the most beautiful living bouquet of branches. Oh, it was so cute. So I'm definitely going to do that. That beckons Easter, doesn't it? Oh, I might not be strong enough for some of this. This is why farmers don't need to join the gym.
Well, you had talked about also using a chainsaw for some of it, right?
I did. If we've got a really thick caliber that obviously my lobbers can't get through, I would love to see this branch come off right about here. We are going to attempt to use the chainsaw on this part of the branch. One of my concerns is that the vibration, because we've done this just a little bit late, it would have been ideal to do this before it budded so much. I don't want the buds to vibrate and shake off. That could happen at one stage, but I think these are still relatively closed and tight budded. We shall see. And now for these smaller branches. I also have a little hand saw, and I also have my little pruners. All of these have been cleaned with alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I use these on all of my gardens. I could accidentally transfer some fungal disease, and I don't want to do that. So keeping them clean in between is the best way to go. And now with this removal of all these shoots and branches, what I've done is made an easier harvest, because now I can reach in here, treat all these, harvest all of these. Let's see if these are strong enough. For this little branch, I'm not strong enough. Holy cow. Hi, kitty. Oh, this will make a perfect branch to go in some water.
Okay, so all these dead ones are going, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna get in here.
And as soon as you get past the dead ones, it'll be easier to prune the rest of the tree.
Right, for sure.
No, that one's fine. This one, that's going into the middle. Yeah. Do you see this one right here on this side?
I did not. I see it now.
And I think this one right here is fine because it's not circling back into the inside. It's coming a little bit towards the outside. Okay. I think that one's
this
fine.
This one's bad though, right?
Yes, because it's going toward the center.
What you just said, because I was thinking we'd get rid of this whole thing, but you were saying no.
Well,
only the top part is dead.
Yeah, this branch is dead, but look at all the buds on the one that's going underneath it. So
and you said it's easier for kids to harvest.
We do have summer camp is coming up, and the peaches will be ready when we've got kiddos out here. And this is just so low to the ground that even our little 5- and 6-year-olds would be able to harvest this. So I'm opting to leave this one, even though it's very low to the ground and we can't really get around it. It does have, it's promising for kids. And this one that's pointing straight down, I like that the kids could reach those so easy.
Ooh.
But one of the problems that we have here is that these two trees are now branching into each other. And while that's not really inconvenient for picking necessarily, anytime you have a really crowded condition and you don't have good airflow, then you're opening yourself up to some fungal issues. This is an ideal place for moisture to just stay there and not dry out. And so we're going to prevent that rather than have to treat it. And so I'm going to prune them away from each other so that they're not quite so involved. Actually, Scott's gonna do it.
Here or like here? You know what I mean?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Oof. Bye-bye, Peaches.
Painful. That's probably 200 pieces on that.
Oh. And then there's one behind it.
I'm gonna cut this one. Well, no, I'll just do this one. Yeah, let me just do this one right here.
Around at the same place that you pruned the other one.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks nice.
Well, I'll just get it at the base. Is that all right?
Yeah, now we can walk in between it.
That way we can walk up, you know, like you said, we can walk up and do it.
Don't accidentally nick any of the other branches,
right. Yeah.
if you can
I
help
had
it.
that same thought. I was like, oh no.
These electric chainsaws will get the job done. It just might take a little bit longer. Oof. Oh, that's physically painful. So now we can really compare. The tree on the left is unpruned and way too big. And the one on the right, we're getting there.
Yeah, this one's looking good.
Not too far away from really looking fantastic. Nice catch.
The vibration did not do anything, by the way.
Yeah, that's really good news. We really haven't lost any buds. I think
right.
the buds are still tight enough
Dude,
on here.
that looks awesome.
We'll see if better late than never applies to this situation.
I'm like poking. It's like pinching it, so. There we go. Boom. Yeah, it was pinching it, so it's hard to.
Yeah, that looks much better.
Okay.
All right, Scott's off to go fix a car, and I am gonna get in with the little pruners.
Yeah, that was perfect, man.
I got a lot more options over here now. What? A lot more options right here. I need some help with that one. Where are you going? There's just nothing about this that feels right. Oh my goodness. This is the pile that I'm adding it to. It's like a hate crime. All right, I'm at a stopping point. I'm not quite done. There's a few things I can't reach and my muscles are kind of done. So I'm gonna have Scott come and just tidy up a little bit, but huge difference. Everything is much more reachable now, and the next step that we need to do, while everything is still in its bud form, a few of the flowers have opened, but we are going to do a preventative spray. It's to treat for diseases. So it's preventative, organic, it's all good, but now is the time to do it, and I've almost missed my opportunity, so I'm going to do it now. This doesn't have Roundup in it. It never had Roundup in it. It will not have Roundup in it, but this is the brand because it's a good brand of sprayer. Spray chart. Pre-bloom. Peaches. 1.5 tablespoons per gallon. Shake well before you use it. Here I have a mixture, a preventative spray treatment meant just for fruit and citrus trees. I have mixed it according to the package instructions. I'm going to wrap this around the handle. I tried very hard when pouring the solution in here, not to get it all over the place, but I'm very afraid of touching the chemicals, and my gloves are not waterproof, so that would be pointless to use gloves on this. So I'm going to spray. The wind is not very high right now. It's under 10 miles an hour. None of my animals are out. We should not be coming into contact with any of this. I'm going to spray so that if the wind does blow, it doesn't blow back on me. And you can use this, if this is from Bonide, you can use it 3 times a year. You can use it in the bud stage, which is where we are right now. Don't use it when the flowers are open. I've only seen one flower that is open on this, and it came off one of the branches that we already cut off. So I have just hit the timing of this. Without further ado, let's get started. All right, here I am in our baby orchard. You can hardly tell that this is an orchard because really we just have a bunch of sticks out here. So here's one of our peach trees. I think we have 5. We're planning on expanding that to 10, perhaps even more than that. We do have room to grow this orchard. We planted really, really far apart, and then we realized that we are probably going to keep them very small, and so we could fit more trees. But anyhow, here I have a baby peach tree. This came to us already pruned, and I don't think that we need to prune it at all this year. I want to see which of these branches are going to be the main leaders coming out and which ones are the best shaped, have the best growth, and then in the following years, because this is already a good size, a good shape, I'm going to leave it. So I'm just treating our peach trees in here. I have something for our fig trees. We have about 16 fig trees in here. Everything is budding up. This one, it looks like we're going to get peaches out of it, and it'll be their first year in the ground. We planted them last summer, fall, I can't remember. So we bought a semi-mature tree, so that's kind of exciting, kind of gives you a jump start. So I'm just gonna spray these and then the little orchard will be done. The wind has picked up down here. I'm glad this is short and sweet.